All right, so the first example we're going to do for Lizzie method is 11x squared minus 12x plus 1 equals 0. So step 1 and 2 for Lizzie method are going to be the same as split method. So step 1 is to make sure it's in standard form, which it is, and step 2 is to check for a GCF, which we don't have in this problem. So then step 3 is going to be to draw our star and fill it in. So up top, we know this needs to be A times C, then B is in the bottom, and A. So we need to identify first what is A, what is B, and what is C in this problem. So A is equal to 11, B is equal to negative 12, and C is equal to 1. So negative 12 would go on the bottom, then 11, 11, and then 11 times 1 up top, which would just be 11. So now the goal is the same as it was for split method. I need to find two numbers that multiply to be 11 and either add or subtract to be negative 12. So the two numbers would be negative 1 and negative 11. Okay, the next step is to look at, these are actually fractions here. So we have negative 1 over 11 and negative 11 over 11. I need to check and see if I can simplify either one of these. So negative 11 over 11 will simplify to be negative 1 over 1. So these are the two fractions that I've come up with using Lizzie method. So these are going to give me my factored form. So to get your factored form, the denominator of your fraction is going to be what goes in front of the variable. So if I'm looking at this first one, that's going to give me 11x, the denominator is going in front, and then minus 1. And then for the second fraction, 1 would be in front, so 1x, or just x, and then minus 1 equals 0 would be my factored form. Okay, so now to find the solutions, that's going to be the exact same as when we did it before. So using the zero product property, we know that either 11x minus 1 needs to equal 0, or x minus 1 needs to equal 0. And that will give me my two solutions. So for the first equation, I can just add 1, 11x equals 1, and then divide both sides by 11. So my first solution would be x equals 1 over 11. And then for the second one, it's a little bit simpler, just a one-step equation. I would get x equals 1 as my final answer. And remember, same as before, we can take these two solutions that we get and plug them into our original quadratic equation to make sure that we get 0 as our output.